I think that there's a great lesson to be learned from what happened in Northern Ireland, because for a long time we were trapped in conflict and people thought we would never be able to get out of it. And then it was recognised that there's no way these problems are solved through militarism or paramilitarism or armed struggles. It just increases the violence. And so the whole approach of using non-violence, using dialogue, because we are dealing with fear politics here, and when you're dealing with fear politics, you're in a whole new ball game. But the Irish government, with regard to Northern Ireland, and the British government and the Americans, they helped the peace process in Northern Ireland. And so the Israelis and the Palestinians, perhaps they need outside help too from the Irish government to take the lessons learned in the peace process and peacemaking, and the Americans also, and their outside friends, because we are friends. It's all our interests to see that there's justice and peace in the Middle East. And so to take that process and to help the dialogue, but to make the absolute demand that, you know, we are interconnected as a human family, but our policies must be based on respect for human rights and international law, and Israel must respect the rights of the Palestinian people.
And the Irish government actually can make a difference, because the Irish government are part of the EU. The EU is in agreement, the Euromed agreement with Israel. If they suspend the Euromed agreement, you would see that Israel would step into line very quickly. I mean, Israel does most its commercial activity with Europe. They have complete tax breaks with Europe. So to suspend that, I think you'd see that they'll be under such financial difficulties that they may start to step back into line and listen to what other people are saying, instead of this arrogance that they actually have at the moment. We don't care what anybody says.
And there are things the Palestinians also have to do, because really, if you're going to solve conflict, the Palestinians must continue to build their non-violent movement and not use violence in their struggle. They must also recognise that there are steps for them to take. In Gaza, for example, Sergeant Gilad Shalit is the young Israeli soldier held for over 3 years by the Hamas. Release the sergeant, or at least let his family know whether he's alive or dead. There are over 11,000 Palestinian prisoners held by Israel, some of them members of parliament, some of them elderly people, some of them dying from cancer, some of them children. Release these Palestinian prisoners and let us start moving forward in a more humane way. And the Palestinians being united as the Palestinian people will be able and have more strength then to be the real partner in dialogue with the Israeli government as this problem is solved. Look, Israel has nuclear weapons. Iran wants nuclear weapons. If the Middle East starts a nuclear weapons arms race, we will never turn this thing around. The American government talking about a nuclear-free world, Obama has to be serious about that, because our choice as a human family is if we increase our nuclear weapons all over the world, and then where are we going to take our future, our children? Shimon Peres, President of Israel, started the nuclear weapons race in the Middle East. It's time for Shimon Peres and the people of Israel to say, we will sign the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, and we will be part of a nuclear Middle East free from nuclear weapons, because we need to do that. The world is in a dangerous way. These nuclear weapons could come into the hands of dangerous people. They are already in the hands of very dangerous people.
Yeah, you said that, yes.
We need some kind of real leadership here in the world today, because people want to change. All around the world, we want a disarmed, denuclearized world where people can live together in some kind of civility. But we need political leadership, not power politics.
I think on those excellent words to finish up, just to let you know that if people want individual interviews with the speakers, maybe if you want to hang around for a short while, we can set them up around here. Also, again, for future media contact, keep in touch with the IPSC. You're getting our press releases a couple of times a day. For all of the activists who are at the back, I'd like to let you know that some of the speakers here and some of the previous flotilla returnees will be speaking on various locations around the country over the next few weeks. There's demonstrations starting from tomorrow at the Israeli Embassy, right all over the country. I think there's a number of other ones tomorrow around Sligo and Belfast as well. And so I suppose just keep an eye on Palestinian solidarity work in Ireland. See what you can do. Now is the time. The tide is turning, and as individuals, we can do a lot.